Well, there we go. Apologies about that. Whoa, my hair is a little bit wacky. How's it going, guys? Hopefully you're having a good day. Nicole, Doomed Traveler, Crowtown, Kiwi, Polly G, thank you guys for showing up and hanging out. Polly says it's midnight over there. I apologize for keeping you up. I guess it's midnight Saturday? It would be midnight Saturday. So hopefully you got a good amount of partying in. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up to the final stream here. Hopefully that's not a surprise to anyone. But yeah, we got the contest results today, and then we'll go through a few beats, review some beats, and that will be it. And that next time we'll all hang out and talk will be on the new Discord server, which I'll probably open up early next year, I'm thinking. As I told you guys, that I mentioned that it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be education focused. It's going to be more of a hangout. But other than that, though, guys, hopefully you had fun with this last contest. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions or voice any opinions or concerns or whatever it may be that you have on your mind. And soon, Kai, how's it going? Yeah, soon we'll begin announcing the winners. I'm not crying, you are. Hopefully you guys, yeah, just a short little goodbye, but then we'll all come back together if you're obviously down to hang out in the new Discord. Graham, hello. Yeah, I think I guess I sort of said my piece on my decision, and hopefully you guys understood where I was coming from. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else that I feel is left unsaid. I will say one thing, though. Maybe we'll wait until more people come. Let me quickly clean my glasses, though. They're smudged up. But looking forward to the new Discord. Yeah, I think it'll be just a little bit more of a relaxed hangout. And I feel like it will hopefully be a little bit less pressure on myself to just always like update and add more stuff and like always keep things engaged. It felt like that was a big sort of albatross that was always over me. I need to be surrounded by people like the bbGANG. We're a rare bunch of beautiful, wonderful people in this community. Thank you, Polly G. Appreciate all the help I've given. Yeah, I hope that this was all, it helped people. I guess that's all I can really ask for. And I always felt like comparing where people started to where they ended up, it did feel as though there was like tangible differences in people's music that I could clearly hear, and so that makes me feel good. Kai says, yeah, if I had a community that would stress me out, yeah, I feel overall me being like the sort of focal point or like the cornerstone of a community, it's just not something that I don't think I'm actually built for. I don't think that's my strong suit. As an introvert and someone who just likes to build stuff, I think a community and always sort of maintaining it is not something I'm probably suited for. Day and night difference for me, a direct result of better beat maker. Well, that makes me feel good. Helped me a lot, says Kai. One thing that I wanted to point out, I guess we'll start the stream soon, or the announcement for the winners. The one thing that I wanted to mention is like I sort of noticed that some people feel or felt a little bit worried. I want to say, do not worry. I am in a good place. This wasn't a decision made out of like feeling like I'm like drowning or anything, or feeling like I was cornered. It was basically me just making a decision to refocus elsewhere. Speaking of which, Focus, how's it going? So yeah, it was basically when I put the plugin out, Note Grabber, as you guys know. I wanted to see how that performed and how people's reaction was to it. And I basically looked at that and I compared it to Better Beatmaker. And when I look at Better Beatmaker, I sort of went over this. It was harder and harder to sell when I compared that to Note Grabber, which is again something that was another endeavor that I put out. It is, even when I don't mention it, people seem to be interested in it, and it just feels a lot easier. And so that was a primary reason why I also decided to close Better Beatmaker. So don't feel as though I know like some people were talking about like, put the course up on YouTube, you'll still get money for it, or just sort of suggesting different ways to keep afloat financially. Don't feel as though sort of my frustration with Better Beatmaker has sort of cornered me in that way, and that like I'm not going to be taking on like sponsors on my YouTube videos or anything. Thankfully, the plugin has been going well. And so if you have any concerns about like my own sort of well-being or like financial well-being, do not worry. Don't feel as though like I'm sort of in a destitute place. Better Beatmaker lessons made a huge difference in my beats too. It sounded immediately much better after applying the core principles that I teach. That's awesome. You're still going to be making YouTube videos, though, right? Yes. So that is probably something that I should have clarified as well. The YouTube is still going to keep going. Although they're probably going to be a tiny bit different, and that, like you guys have probably noticed, talking about Note Grabber a lot more, and just the types of videos I've been making slightly different. I've been really enjoying the series I've been doing about like who sampled it better, and people seem to enjoying it too. So yeah, it's going to be, the YouTube videos are always going to come out. Whether or not they will come out with the same sort of cadence, I don't know. But nonetheless, as of right now, I don't have any plans to like stop or anything when it comes to the YouTube videos. Yeah, I looked up online from the comments I read. Either you're a well-known name in the industry or nobody will trust your course for some reason. Yeah, I think we talked about this where it just becomes such a huge obstacle to convince someone to like sort of just give it a try. What's somewhat frustrating is that after I made the announcement, School, the platform that this is on, started offering or giving the creator the opportunity to provide a trial. And I feel like that would have maybe been a big game changer, just because just letting people see what the course is all about and maybe giving them like the first few lessons could have maybe made things easier. But unfortunately, it was too late at that point. I don't want to sort of go back on my word now. And yeah, nonetheless, it's exactly how I felt, Kai. A lot of people, I just feel like in total, when it comes to online courses, I think the attitude from the public has sort of soured on them as a whole. And I don't blame people. I think there's just a lot of scumbaggery. Sherb, how's it going? P-Dub, hello. Gotta miss the camaraderie and the great group. I hope we can get everything back together once the new Discord opens up, which will, again, probably be in 2-3 months, maybe, around then. Yeah, so I guess my plan right now will just be sort of upfront and transparent. We sort of talked about this. Grout is back. Grout, I think you and I will probably talk a little bit more, because if the plan is to open up a new Discord, I will probably need your help. So it's good to see Grout here. Hopefully the sampling Discord will keep the same camaraderie. I think so, because I'm also have a plan to just not make it public either. It is going to be a private one that requires you to have a password. So that is something that I'm hoping will keep just the shitheads away from the community, and like the 12-year-old kids that are just spamming. So yeah, will you email us, the Better Beatmaker members, to let us know about the new Discord? Yes, I will. Having said that, a lot of people seemed to completely miss my like announcement and like all the stuff that I talked about. So I guess keep your eyes open for that announcement. Hopefully you didn't sort of unsubscribe to my email blast, because then I just can't talk to you. But yeah, I will let you know. It will be around the time. So I sort of talked about this. I made a poll and I sent an email out about like how people feel about modern day samples. And so I've been doing something very different in that I feel like for a lot of samples and sample creators, they have like the brain of hip hop, and it just ends up being hip hop producers influencing hip hop producers. And for me, when I listened to like the old 60s and 70s samples, it was just fascinating to listen to creators who are outside of the genre, and then you as a hip hop producer have to take what they've created and sort of, it just helps add a touch of personality and difference to it. And I feel like that's lacking with a lot of samples. And so one of the other sort of endeavors I've been on is actually getting in touch with like soundtrack creators and like more sort of people outside of the genre, and seeing if I can get them to be interested in making like short little songs that I will put out as sample packs. That is another idea I was gonna have, and sort of build the community around that. Basically really encouraging people to bring sampling, like that sort of more traditional sampling back, as opposed to these pre-made loops where all you have to do is add drums and you're done. And I think just as like a whole, maybe with how my YouTube's going and how much I'm talking about sampling, maybe really just focusing in on building something around sampling, and maybe bringing it to a place where it just has not been for a while, with, you know, the usual Splice and Cymatics. I'm not sort of disparaging them, but they have their own approach to sampling, which I feel neglects people like us, probably, who just really are more experienced with samples and want something that provides a little bit more challenge. So yeah, that's my thinking right now. I completely share your opinion, says Doom Traveler. Most sample packs are very constrained in the sense that there is only one logical path to solve the sample. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel too. And so while I've been working with some of these artists and composers, it's just interesting to see how open these ideas feel and how many different places it feels like you can take it. Beats from the Basement. Gonna miss this community. Do not worry, this community will come back. Nerdledy, how's it going? Makes sense to me. Time to change the game, or just try at least. Austin, how's it going? The accountability and pushing to actually get those beats done. No more half-done bangers sitting on my hard drive. Yeah, for sure. Like, that is something that I can only sort of encourage and try. But then again, like on the new Discord that we're gonna put together, it's entirely possible that we'll also, maybe I'll do like a periodical sort of live stream where I review beats as well, and we'll have challenges and stuff as well. So don't feel as though like that's all coming to an end. I'm thinking this new Discord will look very similar to what Better Beatmaker looks like, although with less sort of focus on education, more so on like beat making and sample finding and sample sharing and stuff. As a hoarder of sample packs, I have the gamut of stuff. There is definitely quite a range of quality. Yeah, I think that the word quality means something different to everyone, but I think for me, the idea of quality is just, are there people who want challenge? Are there people out there who want samples that actually force them to sort of be creative? And it's very hard for me to find sample packs where I feel like that. And so that's kind of what I want to provide. So yeah, that is all that I have on my mind. Again, don't feel sort of worried or sorry for me. And the decision to close down Better Beatmaker, while it is out of a sort of a end point in what I can have the ability to actually try and do, I do feel as though the future is bright and there are other things that I'm excited for. So I don't feel like this is like a decision I made out of like desperation or depression or anything like that. It is more me wanting to refocus on something that I feel has more of an opportunity for success fundamentally, because that is something that drives me. Was there going to be a feedback channel in the new Discord? Yes. So I'm thinking that's why I sort of want to talk to Grout about this. Bringing back that old bot that actually forces you to give good feedback. I think that is a core thing that I want to ensure that we keep in Better Beatmaker, or sorry, in the new Discord, and with this community and whichever new community. I think feedback is always tantamount, and so I think that's something I also want to make sure I keep. That's all I have on my mind. Again, if you have any questions, please ask them. And other than that, we can start doing the announcements and a few beat reviews. We'll probably go for an hour from now. My gal is going to be leaving, and so I want to wish her farewell before then. She'll be leaving in like an hour and 10 minutes or so. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, anything at all, now's the time to ask. If there's ever been a burning question you have about anything, I'm going to try to be an open book as much as I can. Source code may or may not be lost. Hopefully I have a copy backed up, or I could just remake it. Yeah, I guess just let me know. And like we've talked about, your time is obviously valuable. You have a lot of stuff you're doing at school. So I'm willing to completely pay you for your work. I know making a bot is something that is not easy, and so we'll talk about that on the Discord. Will you reach out to us with the new Discord info? Yes. So hopefully you're still getting emails from me and you haven't unsubscribed from my email blasts, but I will be emailing you. And I guess that would be the only way. So yeah, just look out for my email. And hopefully you guys have been sharing your sort of social medias and emails with each other. So if you miss out, maybe a friend of yours will reach out to you and let you know. To start this stream off, maybe we'll start with a spin, and then we'll all announce the third place winner, and then we'll go back and forth until we announce the first place winner. And I'll do a little beat review as well as we go. Streams and beat exercises have made me more productive and excited about getting beats fully done. Yeah, I would definitely agree, and that's kind of why I want to keep still instituting that. And it's just fun to get together and hang out. I always enjoy talking to you guys, and maybe we can figure out a way. Well, actually, the Q&A sessions that I used to try didn't really go well. So maybe it will not be as... I was going to think about like maybe everyone can get together and sort of share on camera and stuff, but that doesn't seem like what people want. So yeah, let us do a first spin. Once again, any questions at all, anything on your mind, please feel free to type. But without further ado, let's see whose beat will be played first. Lonely Notes. So let's listen to Lonely Notes beat. I'll give a little feedback on it, and then after that, I'll announce the third place winner. So let me arrange this. There we go. A Lonely Beats beat here. That was Lonely Notes, Wonderful World. We've got some mice dancing in the back. So Sherb asked, one thing I was wondering was, and one of the goals was getting a one-on-one. Would I still be offering that in some way in the new Discord? I don't know, but I'm probably leaning towards a no, I think. Maybe if we'd had like some contest, that would be one of the prizes in the future. But outside of that, yeah, I feel as though being in control of my own schedule is something that I really wanted. And so that was one of the difficulties when I was trying to like do one-on-one calls for like the sales stuff. It became very arduous. And so, yeah, that was something that it's a bit difficult for me to do. How about the sexy but tasteful picture? Should I just take my shirt off for this last stream? That might be the solution here. Super chill beat, nice sound selection. Really dug the lo-fi jazziness of this one. Great horns, but I wasn't sure about the vocal sample. Feels kind of like a slap in the face when it comes in, a bit jarring. Could do with a stronger POI, but I do like the balance in production. I like all the elements except the vocals, honestly. Maybe it was mixed a bit differently. So yeah, I think I would agree with you guys. A good starting point here for a beat. I like the textures that were used. They feel like they sort of build a good framework, but like Polly mentioned, wasn't necessarily a POI in there. I felt like all the sounds that were used to build this beat were more like secondary sounds, but it was lacking that sort of main sound that jumped out to me with character. And as well, I feel it did also need a little bit more movement, just because the main conceit of the idea was this sort of very long chord with small variation, and we have a pretty straightforward drum pattern. So I think maybe some sort of percussive loop or something else just to bring a little bit more movement, or maybe if there was a POI that had that movement as well, that would have been a good idea. Love the horns. Beat was nice as Beast from the Basement. Taking video calls is way more exhausting than one would think. Yeah, I definitely agree. That's something that I quickly realized as well. And sort of having a full day of that was just not something I'm built for. So yeah, I think this beat does a pretty good job of like layering different ideas together. But I do think that sort of core idea does need to be in place. That was my thought on that beat. In terms of the third place winner, we have a beat made by a pretty long time member. Place is exhausting, but at least you don't have any trousers on. You don't know that. I don't have anything on right now underneath. The third place winner is a person who's been around for a while and has provided the community with a lot of value, and has helped with a lot of plugin recommendations, and also has been crushing it on the actual music artist front and being an artist themselves. The beat that got the third most amount of votes was, I'm trying to find the list here. Here we go. It is Ralph Beats. Congratulations to Ralph Beats, third place winner. Let's take a listen. here by Ralph. A little bit different than what he usually comes up with. This doesn't necessarily feel like a sort of straight up lo-fi beat. This has a little bit more clean polish to it. Feels almost a little bit like a West Coast beat. So congratulations to Ralph. Kai says his beat was crazy. Well deserved, says Doom Traveler and Kai. Classic sound. Yeah, it does have that sort of throwback summertime feel, but nonetheless, in terms of the actual like production and how clean everything sounds, it still feels modern as well. Big G's, my man, says Crowtown. This surely was a great beat. So yeah, that was the third place winner. Congrats to Ralph. Hopefully he's having a good sleep. I think he's also on the opposite side of the world right now, so it's probably bedtime for him. So that is the third place winner. Second place winner will be announced shortly after we do another spin and another beat review. The next beat we will listen to is from Lance. There we go. Lance is getting his beat heard. Let's see what Lance has come up with. A Google Drive type beat. Let's see how long this takes to actually load. There we go.
I see dead people. What's that on that beat? Go.
Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, big rap, nigga, here, free throw, man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in their mama. How many options you really got? I mean, there's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to school with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something B-rest that's for bitching? You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie. Be flipped over your boxes or over your foe. The other vaginal option. Pussy, nigga better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in content. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. You fuck around, get polished. Fuck no rain grow, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad these Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him either. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered in place the neighborhood watch. I know you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, switching music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, blow their ass up like a fresh pack of time. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay.
Alright, that was Lance there.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
A Google type beat. Oh, yeah, with Google Drive. Nice movement, says P-Dub. The level of this for this contest was so high, says Graham. Cool percussion, cool variation. Shame Kendrick is in the way. It's in my name, but can't focus. Drums are nice, or rolling nicely. Yeah, my take with this beat. There were moments in this beat that I really liked, while there are other parts where it felt very difficult to actually hear Kendrick. Sherb says, I remember this one. I think the beat was cool. It had a lot of great sounds, but felt the vocal did the beat a disservice as it didn't really match. I thought the beats with acapellas on them were harder to judge. Yeah, I feel like while the energy was high, I think that for my listening experience, it might have been a little bit too high in that it sort of just overwhelmed the vocals. I had a very hard time focusing on the vocals, and I think that's largely due to just how dense the drums were. So this beat is, I think, is north of 100 BPM, but it might be 90. Nonetheless, whenever you have a beat that fast and it has this much density to it, especially during the different times when like the sample has like the keys coming in and stuff, you probably would want to simplify the drum pattern a bit, and you can hear with just how prevalent that hi-hat pattern was, especially, plus how sort of thick, or you want to say the shape of the actual hi-hat. It takes up quite a bit of room. It's like a 16th pattern, I think, and so at this BPM, that's just instantly going to fill up a lot of space, and I think that's primarily why the vocal felt so drowned out. Like, I think if it was a normal 8th pattern, it would feel like the vocal could
around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in their mama. How many options you really got? I mean, there's too many options.
So yeah, just something to keep in mind, like I talk about in the training. The higher the BPM, the more concentrated everything will be, and it basically feels as though the beat is getting more and more full as the BPM gets higher and higher, because more sounds play on a per second basis fundamentally. And so when you increase the BPM or make a beat in a higher BPM, it can help to just simplify the drums, come up with a more sparse drum pattern, less sort of rolls and whatnot. So that's just something to keep in mind. There are definitely parts in this beat that I really liked. So I think around 55 seconds was one where, you know, there's a lot of different ideas with the sample in here. Let's see if
they get your hand me down and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Wow.
So yeah, I like the way the sample sounds around this time.
That's fuck 'em up.
120 was another part of the beat that felt nice.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
So maybe it's because like the vocals simplified a little bit there, where it finally had like a nicer amount of balance. 218 is what I liked.
Watch, I knew you niggas like another line of walk. Years all eyes on me, and I'ma send it up the block. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, switching music and I won't pass the ox. Ay.
So yeah, something to keep in mind when you're playing with higher BPMs. Just be careful, just because it's much more easy to overcrowd your beat, and that's why you sort of notice with the original beat to Not Like Us, for example. It's very, very simple. It's basically just 2 chops and some simple, thin West Coast drums. And so if you're going to use more boom bap drums that have a little bit more thickness to them, a little bit more density, you'll have to simplify the pattern much more. Definitely when things got more simple, it gelled better. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt too. And I think that is primarily because of the amount of sounds playing. So let's talk about who is the number 2 winner. This is also a producer who's been very helpful. Very good person who I love talking to, love seeing them, love hearing from them. And they are a little bit more of a recent joinee, but nonetheless, they have taken the community by storm and have really elevated their production. And in fact, they are in the chat right now. The winner of the 2nd place is none other than Kai Dez. Congrats to Kai. Let's take a listen to Kai's beat. Desro is the new name. Great job there. A lot of great layering in that beat. I really love the core idea as well. That really interesting swell in the right channel. I believe that would be probably from the sample, but just the amount of layering in this beat just to build that core loop and then to add more layering for the full arrangement. Very impressive work here. Well deserved. Everyone says congrats. Very mafioso, says Grout. I can't believe it. I thought so many beats were sick. Generally didn't think it'd be a top 3. Well, there you go, Kai. You've been crushing it for months and months now. And glad to see how far everyone's come in this community. Now, there were a couple of people who got a good amount of votes, but fell outside of the top 3 winners, who I just wanted to give a shout out and also play their music as well. Maybe I'll do that after the first place winner gets announced. Focus says, love this beat. Only comment I have is on the sound that's on the right is buzzing. I kind of like that buzzing swell. So maybe I'll talk about the sort of honorary mentions after the first place winner, because there were a couple of beats that I think were awesome. Also, there are lots of beats that were awesome, but in terms of the amount of votes, they came very, very close as well to being in the top 3, so I want to give them a shout out as well. First, though, we'll do a quick review once again of yet another beat. And from there, we'll announce the first place winner, PD Pano, is the next beat that we will listen to. Pietrush, where are you? There we go. Let's take a listen. here by PD. Ooh, nice little outro there. I like that. Nasty bass says Graham. Evil type beat. Some disgusting distortion says Paulie. Had to switch on the headphones. I don't think my neighbors are appreciating the bass at nearly 1 a.m. This one had great energy and crazy drums. My only nitpick is a distorted electric guitar got a bit grating after a while. Yeah, I feel with this beat, great energy to this beat. I really like that distorted texture. It sounded like an overly distorted vocal almost, but it might have been a guitar like Sherb said. The different phrases and like the different chops or different musical ideas throughout the beat kept it interesting. I would say that in order to have a little bit more variation with some instrumentation coming in every once in a while would have been nice, just because this one sound was like the one and only sort of instrument or texture throughout the entire beat. So I think just having it sort of alleviate every once in a while and bring in like some other non-distorted sort of idea might have been an interesting one, just because it would have just helped add a little bit more variation to the arrangement. As well, I do think that the drums could have hit harder. That might be my own setup here, but when I look at the waveform, for example, it looks like there's still space here. And it feels like the kick and the snare especially could have had a little bit more thump to it. But other than that, though, I think those were my only nitpicks with this beat. Everything else was as a fun listen. I really enjoy those sort of dark, aggressive beats. I'm a big fan of them. Sort of industrial beats, I should say. So good job to the PD Meister. Now let's talk about the one and only, the final winner of the Better Beatmaker contests, the #1 prize. This person got quite a bit of votes, and I think it's probably not going to come as a surprise. Feel free to comment who you think the winner is, because I will announce it in 5 seconds. And in that 5 seconds, I will continue talking nonsense like I am now in order to give you guys time to guess. But the winner of the final Better Beatmaker contest is the Automeister, the Autobahn, Sam Auto. Congratulations, Sam. This beat was quite wild, so let's take a listen.
they love them raw. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. My uncle love them young strippers on the Molly wall. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. Lemon D, OG Mash, Project Purple, you on your ass. You can get a lot of people high and get a lot of cash. Get some papers in a phone, California in my lungs. Loud smoke like Red Lid Jones. Hey, you speaking in tones higher than an astronaut. Ready, paint the smash a lot. Ski some nut on her back, then I'm skiing on a lot. A mouse on my cheddar, cheesy, but I'm staying high like Weezy. Owing money, make the project easy. Put you in a squeezy, ride round, going gas, stronger than the junkies bar. Even Johnny swag round my neck, diamond on they squad. Granddaddy slow a nigga down like grandpappy in the back of that Maybach. I done took a nap. Cause some that down niggas, 5 bitches, they can't walk with this. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. Cause some that down niggas, 5 bitches, they can't walk with this. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. James like the Roxy's, and they love the raw. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. My uncle love them young strippers on the Molly wall. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. James like the Roxy's, and they love the raw. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on. My uncle love them young strippers on the Molly wall. I like to smoke on, I like to smoke on.
What a wild beat. Some rare funk. Looks like everyone did guess correctly that Sam was gonna crush it. The industry's sleeping on him. So good, has some Bay vibes. Oz's beat was so good, it made me have an existential crisis. I remember feeling that way quite often whenever I listened to DJ Dahi's beats. I was just like, what am I doing with my life? So I know what that feeling is like. It's half bad in that you feel bad about yourself, but half good in that it's just sometimes fleeting how, or sometimes rare, just how seldom you feel that sort of awe or inspiration. So it makes you feel bad and good at the same time. I would say this beat is it's a perfect beat to close Better Beatmaker and on to the next sampling chapter. Fire beat, congrats to Otto, well deserved, says Arlo. Once it started, I shook my head and started to what? Shook my head and said to myself, this sexy bastard from the land down under has done it again. So congrats to Sam. Definitely going to look forward to hearing his beats. Hopefully, I know Sam's not here right now, but hopefully he joins the next upcoming chapter, the sampling hangout. Before I forget, I do want to mention 2 close beats that almost made it, and both the people are here right now, so that's also why I wanted to give kudos, acknowledgement. So one close winner of the top 3 was a beat by they put right here. It was from Arlo. Arlo also came very close, and I really enjoyed this beat as well. So we'll take a quick little listen here. close to being in the winners bracket. Well done there. And another producer who is very close, who is also here, that I want to make sure I mention, was Doomed Traveler, also very close with his beat here.
It's the voices in my head. They're driving me crazy. How do you stop them? Your voices.
My art keeps me sane. My art. Sane.
Awesome work, guys, all of you. Those were some great beats. I listened through all of them yesterday. And yeah, like we always talk about, the amount of progress everyone's made and the amount of high quality beats that you guys are able to produce makes me happy to see. Feels like a journey, says Kai. So yeah, those are the top 3 winners. Congrats again to Ralph, Kai, as well as Sam. I'll be reaching out to you guys with the prize Skrilla probably later today. And yeah, that is it, guys. Anything else that you guys have on your mind you want to talk about? Maybe we can brainstorm some ideas for the new server on Discord. Yeah. What do you guys think? What's on your guys' mind? How about we do the Festivus errands of grievances? Who has betrayed you? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Thanks, Navermem. I like that name. But yeah. Been a great few years. Gonna miss it all. This is just, it's gonna be a new chapter. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. It was one thing before on the Discord. We moved over to school. But now things are going to be a little bit different, but they're still going to be great, and we're all still going to be together. And that's what matters most, that we still keep in touch, and we're still making beats together. It's been an epic journey for me. Well, the journey is not ending. Do not worry. Make sure that you guys are on the email list, by the way. And also, I guess... add me as a friend on Discord. I don't know if you guys have... How do I even share this? I'm such a boomer when it comes to things. So maybe that's another way that we can make sure that you guys are notified when the new thing is put up. Oh God, I'm such an idiot. Hopefully you guys know. Do you think if we stayed on the original Discord, Better Beaver could have survived? No, I think the major issue was just not getting enough new people in. So I know a lot of people have mentioned that it feels like, you know, this group has been the same group for probably like half a year now. I don't think the lack of Discord was the issue. I think there's just things that I was not good enough in order to like get people convinced to join. I just do not have that sales skill, so to speak. And so fundamentally, it's just hard to convince someone to join a course. Whereas for a plugin, you know, I can offer a 14-day trial for what I've created. And yeah, that's enough to have someone either decide to join it or not. Any other questions? But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I don't think the move that we made from Discord was a fatal decision. I think even before that, I started to see this trend start. So that is my thinking. Do you think you'll ever do another course in the future? Probably not. Like, my only expertise in life, I would say at this point, would probably be beat making. I think that's where I'm best at. And if I have trouble convincing people to join something like this, I don't see how it would be easier to do something else. I just think fundamentally my skill set is best placed somewhere else. I already have another idea for yet another plugin. I have version 2 of Note Grabber coming out. I have the sampling idea. I think maybe just fundamentally I just need sort of new projects to work on. And so the thing with the course is like it's there and it becomes something I have to maintain. Do you have any plans to release any music? That is something that I have been thinking about. I have this weird idea in my head for, so I don't know. I think the future of music is going to look very different. And I have this idea for like building a character. It would probably be using AI just in the way of just creating an actual vocal, just because I don't want to rap with my nasally nerd voice. But if I could like write something, create my own beats for it, create this avatar, I think that would be a really cool idea. Maybe that would be something I could build, a service where you can create your own sort of vocal profile and sort of privatize it to build your own artist type of thing. Basically a modern Vocaloid. And I think that would be the thing that I would be excited for, would be to release something like that, like a full project on my own. So in terms of releasing music, that would be the only thing. My username on Discord is apparently @NaviD. So thank you for that, Grout. So yeah, make sure to follow me if you haven't already, and I will So hopefully there's some way to announce that on Discord. I don't know. But yeah, that it wouldn't be an AI of me by any means. It would just be a service. Hopefully that maybe it already exists. I don't know. A service where I know they had the thing where like you can sort of be a Drake imposter and use his vocals. But I think it'd be cool to just create something from scratch, almost like you're creating like a avatar when you play a video game, and you can control what their voice and what their cadence would be, and like maybe certain inflections, maybe combine different artists that already exist. Like if I took, you know, one part Kendrick Lamar, one part Freddie Gibbs or something, and they could sort of figure out a combination that would end up being unique. That'd be a really interesting service. I feel like maybe I need to talk to some AI people to figure out if I could build that. That's dope, like Quasimodo-ish. Yes, that would be the idea. But again, that's something that would be like way in the future. I first want to focus on No Grabber and this upcoming Discord and getting everyone back together. That's step one. Yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. So thank you so much once again for allowing me to help you guys out. And hopefully, as you guys mentioned, Better Beatmaker has helped you. So that makes me really happy to see. And we'll be away from each other for the next probably month or two. But then we'll come back hopefully stronger than ever with a new vibrant community full of really exciting, fun stuff. I think right from the onset, we'll probably have another contest. Right when I open up the new Discord, another beat making contest. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. One last question. What do you want for Christmas? I just want you to continue making great beats. And I also want you to show up when that new Discord is built. Those are my two gifts that I want from you guys. So yeah, happy holidays as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now. This isn't the end. Do not worry. But I love you all. Bye-bye.